Hello, everyone. My name's Toby. I'm one of the pastors here at the Gate Church, and it is so fantastic to have you with us, especially those of us are newly graduated students from the Special Agent Academy. Absolutely fantastic to have you here with us. Now, I know that your mission, those of you who are special agents here, was to find out more about who Jesus was. Now, the guy who did the rap earlier, Johnny, he once met my dad, and he said, "You make so much more sense now I've met you," to my father. Now, it doesn't mean I'm the same, because I'm not, but we can learn things from ancestors, from our people who go before us. Now, here at the Gate Church, we have been looking through the life of Abraham, and we've been hearing a little bit about him just now. He came and joined us. In fact, I think he may be joining us in a second because he's going to be helping me teach you about the life of Abraham and how that relates to who Jesus was. So Abraham, do you want to come on up here? He's got some special teaching aids to make sure that you've got energy throughout. So anyone who engages well will receive sweets. Okay, so that's just to keep you on your toes. Now, first challenge, what's his name? Just chuck them out there, I'm sure they'll look up. Anyone that you think. Okay, right. Don't worry if you don't get one, there'll be plenty more to come. One of the big things we've learnt from the life of Abraham is that God keeps his promises. What does God do? Very good. Go on. Let's get out there. Now, does anyone know what their name means? Does anyone know what their name means? Their own personal name. Does anyone know what their name means? Anyone want to volunteer? Johnny? Oh, does it indeed? Yeah, I can see that. Now, we had Ben, who was up here earlier. Your name means son, or Benjamin means son of my right hand, doesn't it? It means son. Where's Julie? Julie, do you know what your name means? It means youthful. Right. Now, God gives names, and these names become things, because that's what God does. And God gave Abraham his name. Now, the name Abraham is an interesting name. Abraham means father of a multitude of people. Now, multitude just means like millions, it means like loads. Now, that was a funny name. That was a weird name to give Abraham, wasn't it? You must have felt it was a bit of a joke to be given that name by God. Why did it feel like it was a joke when God gave you the name Abraham? Exactly. No children at all. So, he had no children. How old were you when you got this promise as a test?
I was 75 years old when God promised me that I was going to have a multitude of people.
Very good. Really, really old. Now, Abraham and his wife couldn't have a baby. And on top of that, they were very, very old. So this is weird. How on earth was Abraham going to become Jesus' great granddad if they can't have a baby? This is crazy. But what did we say we'd learnt from Abraham's life? What was one of the big messages from Abraham's life? What did we learn? Everyone want to shout out? What was that big thing at the beginning I said? What do we learn from the life of Abraham? What does God do? Keeps his promises. Keeps his promises. In fact, God made lots of promises to Abraham. And one promise that God made to Abraham is a really important promise for you special agents, because this promise is telling us about Jesus. Now, can I have the quote up on the board, please? On the board. There you are. I'm giving away. Right, here we go. Now, this quote is up here. Now, would anybody like to read this quote? Okay. Do you want to come up here then, Josiah? Nice and loud. Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll lift you up and you can read it on the... Let's have a go. Let's do it, see if you can manage it.
I will
Surely.
bless you and make you descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as the sea and on the sand on the seashore, and through you seed, which means Jesus. All nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed. Put your faith in me.
Very good. Thank you very much. There you go. I think that's well worthy of a sweet. Now, there's a funny word in there, seed. Now, that's not in the original Bible. It doesn't say Jesus. This name means Jesus. I want to be clear on this. It does say seed. Why does it say that Abraham's descendants were going to be as numerous as the sand on the seashore and the stars in the sky, and that through your seed, all nations would be blessed? Now, if you ever look at this, and don't worry, I'm not doing anything dodgy, but I'm going to show you what a seed is, okay? So we all probably know that a seed here, okay, let's go to this, okay? Okay, there's a seed. Now, when the rest of this fruit is dead, after I eat it, which I might do later, okay, what does this seed do if I put it in the ground? Does anyone want to tell me what the seed will do if I put this in the ground? Yes. It will grow. It will grow. In fact, it will bring life. This will bring life even when this fruit is dead. So seeds bring life. Now, who have I said the seed is referring to? Jesus. Fantastic. Yeah, great. Jesus. Now, let's keep going now, because we're getting to the absolute nub of the story here. So, did God bless Abraham? What did it say here? Why has he done this? The very last thing. Why does it say? Why did he get blessed? Why are all nations being blessed through Abraham? What did he do? What did Abraham do? Can you see the last line? There's a word in the very last line. Anyone know what it is? He had faith. He's blessed because he had faith. Now, was Abraham blessed because he was a really good person? Was he blessed because he was a really good person? No, he was not. God was kind to Abraham because he put his faith in God. So, special agents, listen to me now. There's more sweeties coming out, so you've got to keep listening. God keeps his promises. Abraham was blessed not because he was a good person, but because he put his faith in God. In fact, I'll tell you something. In the life of Abraham, there were lots of good things. Loads of good things. Abraham did lots of good things, but he did plenty of things that were not good. In fact, sometimes Abraham lied. Sometimes Abraham forgot to trust in God. Sometimes Abraham was mean to people. And he was mean to women that he should have loved. That happened a couple of times. So Abraham got things wrong. Now, God was kind to Abraham not because of what he did, but because he had faith. So, special agents, this is good news for us, because what does God always do? He keeps his promises. Now, Abraham did have a child. His name was Isaac. And then he had a child, and he had a child. Now, lots and lots of children. And eventually, Jesus was born. He was the seed that was being spoken of here. Now, one of Jesus' best friends was a guy called John. And John said something about Jesus, which summed it all up. Now, special agents, I want you to listen very carefully, because there will be sweet rewards for those of you who remember this. Jesus' best mate, John, said in John chapter 3, verse 16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him, who trusts in him, who puts his faith in him, that's what it means, will not perish, but have everlasting life. So special agents, let me tell you this. Let me just tie this up. Abraham was Jesus' great-granddad. God kept his promises to Abraham. He gave him children, but he gave him one amazing child, which was Jesus. And that everyone, including you, would be blessed through Jesus if we have faith in him. We're not saved by what we do. This is different to every other world religion. It says that you have to do all these things. We are saved if we put our faith in Jesus Christ, and that's it. So special agents, we've been so privileged to have you today. We're so grateful for your presence here. And I hope and pray that you will understand what I've been saying here. Fantastic. Thank you very much.